Welcome back to Top Coin Collectors and Treasure Hunters. Today, we have an exciting journey into the world of Canadian numismatics. Have you ever found a 5-cent Canadian coin from the year 2000 and wondered if it could be worth a fortune? You might be holding on to a small but mighty piece of history. Stick around as we uncover the rich history, design significance, and potential value of this seemingly ordinary coin. Let's dive in. The 5-cent coin, often referred to as the nickel, has been an essential part of Canada's currency since 1858. Originally made of silver, the composition of the nickel changed several times over the decades. The modern nickel, as we know it today, evolved after the Second World War when Canada switched from silver to a composition of nickel and later to nickel-plated steel. But what makes the year 2000 so special? Let's break it down. The 2000 Canadian nickel features one of the most iconic designs in the country's numismatic history. On the obverse, we have the effigy of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by artist Dora de Pétariant. This portrait, introduced in 1990, shows the Queen wearing a royal tiara, representing the modern yet regal image of Canada's monarchy. Flipping over to the reverse, we see the classic beaver design. Created by G. Kruger Gray in 1937. The beaver is a national symbol of Canada, representing industry, determination, and resilience. Surrounding the beaver is the word Canada in the year 2000, along with the denomination 5 cents. As with many coins, not all 2000 Canadian nickels are created equal. There are a few varieties and errors that make some of these coins highly valuable. Here are a few that you should be on the lookout for. Near zero and far zero varieties. One of the most notable differences in the 2005-cent coin is the spacing of the digit 0 in the year. Some coins have a near zero variety, while others have a far zero variety. These small variations can significantly affect their value. Die cracks and planchet errors. Some coins have visible cracks in the metal or irregularities in their shape due to manufacturing defects. These errors can increase a coin's worth among collectors. Double strikes and off-center strikes. Rarely, some coins may have been struck more than once, leading to a doubling effect or an off-center design. These anomalies are highly sought after. So, the big question, how much is the 2000 Canadian 5-cent coin worth today? The answer depends on the condition, rarity, and any unique errors it might have. Here's a general price guide. Circulated condition. Most 2000 nickels in general circulation are worth their face value of 5 cents. But collectors may pay up to 50 cents for a well-preserved 1. Uncirculated, MS. 60 to MS 65 in mint state condition. These coins can fetch between $1 and $10. Rare varieties, error coins, or near/far zero varieties depending on rarity. Error coins can range from $20 to over $500, especially for unique double-struck or off-center coins. Proof-like and specimen coins. Special mint-issued versions, particularly those from collector sets, can go for $50 or more. You don't need to be a professional coin dealer to find these hidden treasures. Here are some great places to start your search. Pocket change and piggy banks. Check your old coin jars. You might have one of these rare nickels hiding in plain sight. Coin rolls from banks. Many collectors hunt through rolls of nickels from banks to find valuable varieties. Estate sales and flea markets. Older coin collections may contain rare varieties, often sold at low prices. Online auctions and coin shops. Websites like eBay, heritage auctions, and local coin shops often have listings for rare 2000 Canadian 5-cent coins. The 2000 Canadian 5-cent coin is a fascinating piece of currency history. While most of them remain common, the right variety or error can turn an ordinary nickel into a collector's dream. If you enjoyed this deep dive into numismatics, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more exciting coin discoveries. Also, comment below if you've ever come across a rare nickel in your collection. Until next time, happy hunting. Today, we're diving deep into a hidden gem, the 2001 Canadian 5-cent coin. This small yet fascinating coin could be hiding in your pocket change, and it might be worth more than you think. In this video, we will explore the history, rarity, errors, and current market value of this iconic coin. So, if you're a collector, an investor, or just someone who loves discovering rare finds, stay tuned. The story of the Canadian 5-cent coin dates back to 1858, when the province of Canada issued its very first 5-cent silver coin. However, it wasn't until 1922 that Canada transitioned from silver to the nickel-based 5-cent coin that we know today. The nickel coin has undergone several design changes throughout history, featuring different monarchs, symbols, and compositions. From the early beaver designs to the war-era tomback coins, each era tells a unique story. Fast forward to 2001, and we have one of the most intriguing modern nickels, a coin that holds a place in both circulation and collectors' hearts. But why is it special? Let's find out. The 2001 Canadian 5-cent coin features the classic beaver design by G. Kruger Gray. This design has been a staple of Canadian nickels since 1937, symbolizing Canada's rich natural resources and hardworking spirit. On the obverse, we see the elegant portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Dora de Pederihant. This was one of the last years this effigy was used before the new portrait was introduced in 2003. The 2001 5-cent coin has the following specifications: composition, 75% copper, 25% nickel diameter, 21.2 mm weight, 3.95 grams edge, smooth mint location. Royal Canadian Mint. Now, let's talk about errors and rare variants, the key factors that can make this coin worth big money. Some of the most valuable errors found in the 2001 Canadian nickel include double die obverse, DDO. A slight doubling on the Queen's portrait or lettering can significantly increase its value. Off-center strikes, coins that are misaligned during striking are highly sought after. Die cracks and cuts. Small cracks in the die can create raised marks on the coin's surface, making it unique. Mirror-like proof-like variants. These rare versions have exceptional finish and sharp details. Now, let's get to the most exciting part. How much is this coin worth today? In regular circulated condition, the 2001 Canadian 5-cent coin is worth face value. However, if you own a mint state or error variety, you could be sitting on a small fortune. Circulated condition: 5 cents to $1 uncirculated, MS 60 to MS 65, $5 to $25 high, grade MS 67 or higher, $100 to $250 rare error coins. $500 plus, depending on type and rarity. Special proof-like coins, $50 to $200. Some extremely rare examples have been known to fetch over $1,000 at auctions, especially if they have unique errors. If you're wondering how to get your hands on a valuable 2001 5-cent coin, here are some tips. Check your pocket change. You never know what might be hiding there. Coin roll hunting. Visit your local bank and ask for rolls of nickels to search through. Estate sales and flea markets. Sometimes, valuable coins slip through unnoticed. Online auctions and coin shows. Great places to find rare pieces, but always authenticate before buying. So, there you have it, the 2001 Canadian 5-cent coin. A piece of history that could be worth far more than its face value. What do you think? Do you have one in your collection? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more amazing coin discoveries. Thanks for watching, and happy collecting. What if I told you that a simple 5-cent Canadian coin from 2002 could be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars? Yes, you heard that right. Today, we're diving deep into the fascinating world of the 2002 Canadian nickel, its history, design, and how to identify the rare and valuable ones still in circulation. Stay tuned, because you might just have a fortune hiding in your change jar. Before we talk about its potential worth, let's take a look at the history and design of the 5-cent Canadian coin. The 5-cent coin has been a staple of Canadian currency since 1858, evolving through various compositions and designs. The 2002 Canadian 5-cent coin is particularly interesting because it commemorates the 50th anniversary of Queen Elizabeth II's reign. On the obverse side, we have the iconic effigy of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Dora de Pederihant, a Canadian artist known for her portrait work. This design was first introduced in 1990 and remained in circulation until 2003, making it one of the last coins to feature this version of the Queen before the updated Susanna Blunt design in 2003. On the reverse side, we see the famous beaver design by G. Kruger Gray. The beaver has been a national symbol of Canada for centuries, representing hard work and perseverance. This design has been used on Canadian 5-cent coins since 1937, replacing earlier versions that featured other symbols, including a crown and a sailing ship. The 2002 Canadian 5-cent coin was struck in nickel-plated steel, a shift from the earlier pure nickel composition. This transition was part of the Royal Canadian Mint's initiative to reduce production costs. However, this year saw multiple variations, which is where things get very interesting. Some of these variations are highly sought after by collectors. The key variations include the regular strike nickel-plated steel version, the rare pure nickel version, which was struck in limited numbers, possible off-metal errors, such as coins mistakenly struck on a different planchet, making them extremely valuable. Now, let's talk about the real treasure, the rare errors and misstrikes that can turn a 5-cent coin into a collector's dream. Here are some of the rarest errors you should look for. Off-metal strikes. Some coins may have been accidentally struck on a different metal planchet. If you find a 2002 nickel that feels lighter or different in tone, it could be an off-metal error worth hundreds of dollars, double-struck or rotated die errors. These mistakes occur when the coin gets struck more than once, leading to misaligned designs. Such errors have been known to fetch over $1,000 at auctions. Die cracks and cuts. If you spot a raised bump or irregularities on the coin's surface, it may be a die crack or cut error, which collectors are willing to pay good money for. Wrong planchet errors. In rare cases, a 5-cent coin might have been struck on a planchet intended for a different denomination, such as a 10-cent coin. These errors are incredibly rare and can be worth thousands. So, how much can these coins actually be worth? While a regular 2002 Canadian nickel is worth just 5 cents in circulation, rare error versions and special mint varieties can command impressive prices. Here are some recent examples. A 2002 pure nickel variety in mint state condition sold for over $250. Due to its rarity, the double-struck error coin fetched more than $1,500 at a major auction. Coins with die cracks or cuts typically sell for $50 to $200, depending on their prominence and condition. That if you're lucky enough to find a high-grade 2002 5-cent coin, especially with an error or a rare variation, you could be holding on to a mini jackpot. Now that you know what to look for, let's go over how to check your 5-cent coins for these valuable features. Here's a step-by-step guide. Examine the coin's composition. If you suspect you have a rare pure nickel version, use a magnet. Nickel-plated steel coins will stick to the magnet, while pure nickel coins will not. Look for errors. Use a magnifying glass or a jeweler's loupe to inspect the coin's surface for die cracks, doubling, or misstrikes. Weigh the coin. A standard 2002 nickel-plated steel coin should weigh around 3.95 grams. If your coin's weight is off, it could be an error variety. Check auction listings. If you think you have a valuable coin, compare it with recent auction results to estimate its worth. So there you have it. The 2002 Canadian 5-cent coin may look like an ordinary piece of pocket change, but with the right variation or error, it could be worth a small fortune. Make sure to check your loose change, because who knows? You might just stumble upon a rare coin worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss out on more exciting coin discoveries. Thanks for watching, and happy treasure hunting. Well, you might just be holding on to a hidden gem. The 2005 Canadian 5-cent coin is more than just pocket change. It has history, variations, and potential value that could surprise you. Stay with me as we dive deep into the history, design, and worth of this remarkable coin. Before we talk about the 2005 edition, let's go back in time to understand the journey of the Canadian 5-cent coin. The first Canadian nickel was introduced in 1858, but it wasn't always made of nickel. Initially, it was a small silver coin, often referred to as the fish scale due to its lightweight nature. However, in 1922, Canada made a bold move by switching to a nickel composition, making it more durable and cost-effective for circulation. Fast forward to 2005, this specific year of the 5-cent coin carries some special characteristics and variations that could make it highly collectible. But what makes it stand out? Let's find out. Designed by George Kruger Gray, the reverse of the 5-cent coin features the iconic beaver sitting on a rock, a design that dates back to 1937. It symbolizes Canada's industrious nature and rich wildlife. On the obverse, we have the elegant portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Susanna Blunt. This effigy, introduced in 2003, showcases a more mature and stately depiction of the Queen without a crown, an intentional design choice reflecting her modern reign. But here's where it gets exciting. The 2005 Canadian 5-cent coin comes in two distinct varieties, one made of cupronickel and another composed of steel with a nickel plating. While these may seem identical at first glance, their differences lie in weight, magnetic properties, and subtle design variations. Certain rare error coins from this year can fetch serious money. Now, what truly excites collectors are the rare errors and variations that can skyrocket the value of a simple nickel. Some of the most valuable errors found in the 2005 Canadian 5-cent coin include die clashes, where an imprint of another part of the coin appears faintly on the surface; off-center strikes, coins where the design isn't perfectly aligned with the planchet, creating a striking misalignment; double die errors, where certain inscriptions or designs appear doubled, making them a collector's dream; magnetic versus non-magnetic variants. Some 2005 nickels are highly magnetic due to their steel composition, while others made of cupronickel are not. The rarer non-magnetic versions tend to fetch higher prices in auctions. Now, let's talk money. The standard 2005 5-cent coin is usually worth its face value. But if you're lucky enough to find a rare error coin, it could sell for anywhere between $50 to $500, depending on its rarity and condition. In some cases, exceptionally well-preserved coins in mint state or proof-like conditions have fetched over $1,000 at auctions. So, how do you know if you have a valuable 2005 nickel? Follow these simple steps. Check the magnetism. Use a small magnet to see if your coin is magnetic, steel, or non-magnetic, cupronickel. The rarer non-magnetic versions are more valuable. Inspect for errors. Look closely for doubling effects, misstrikes, or odd textures. Assess the condition. Coins in mint condition, free from scratches and discoloration, always fetch higher prices. Research recent sales. Websites like eBay, Heritage Auctions, and NUMISMATICS can give you an idea of the latest market trends. So, the next time you receive change, don't just toss that nickel aside. Check it carefully. You might be holding on to a tiny piece of treasure worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Who knew that a simple 2005 Canadian 5-cent coin could hold such fascinating history and hidden wealth? If you enjoyed this deep dive into coin collecting, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss another rare coin discovery. Also, drop a comment below if you've ever found a valuable coin in your collection. What if I told you that an ordinary-looking 5-cent coin from Canada could be worth a fortune? Hidden among our spare change could be a small but mighty treasure. Today, we uncover the secrets behind the 2008 Canadian 5-cent coin, its fascinating history, rare errors, and how some of these coins could fetch big money in auctions. The 5-cent coin, commonly known as the nickel, has a rich history dating back to 1858 when the province of Canada first issued decimal coinage. Before the introduction of the modern nickel, Canada used silver 5-cent pieces, often referred to as fish scales due to their small size. In 1922, nickel replaced silver, giving birth to the 5-cent coin we recognize today. Over the decades, Canada's nickel has undergone several transformations, from design modifications to metal composition changes. But the one constant has been its iconic reverse design, featuring the beaver, a symbol of Canadian heritage and industry. The 2008 Canadian 5-cent coin carries on this proud tradition. Designed by artist G. Kruger Gray, the reverse side showcases the majestic beaver sitting atop a rock, surrounded by the words Canada and 5 cents. The obverse side features the effigy of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Susanna Blunt. This portrait has been in use since 2003 and is the current representation of Her Majesty on Canadian coins. Composition: 94.5% steel, 3.5% copper, 2% nickel plating diameter, 21.2 mm weight, 3.95 grams edge. Smooth. Now, this is where things get interesting. While the 2008 Canadian nickel is a common coin in circulation, certain rare variations and mint errors make some of these nickels highly valuable. Collectors are always on the hunt for these rarities, and they are willing to pay big money for them. One of the most sought-after errors in any coin is the double die error. If you notice doubling on the date or lettering, you could have a valuable coin in your hands. Sometimes, a coin is struck off-center due to a misalignment in the minting process. These errors are uncommon and can significantly increase the coin's value. Die cracks appear when the minting dies wear out, creating unusual raised lines on the coin. Depending on the severity and uniqueness of the crack, such coins can command a premium. The Royal Canadian Mint sometimes produces special versions of coins for collectors. These proof strikes have a mirror-like finish and sharp details, making them worth more than face value. So, how much can a 2008 Canadian 5-cent coin be worth? Let's break it down. Regular circulation coin, 5 cents, $0.10 uncirculated condition, $1, $5 double die error, $50 to $200, depending on severity, off-center strike, $50. $300 major die crack, $30, $150 proof/specimen strike, $10 to $30 or more if an original packaging. As you can see, most 2008 nickels are only worth face value. But certain rare variations can be worth significantly more. It pays to check your coins carefully. If you're looking to find valuable nickels, start by searching through your pocket change, coin rolls from banks, and even flea markets or estate sales. Many people unknowingly carry rare coins without realizing their true value. Once you have a valuable coin, where can you sell it? The best places to sell rare coins include eBay, heritage auctions, local coin shops, and collector forums. Be sure to research the market before selling to ensure you get the best price. The 2008 Canadian 5-cent coin is a great example of how everyday pocket change can hold hidden treasures. Whether you're a collector or just curious, always check your coins for rare errors and unique features. Who knows? You might be sitting on a small fortune. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more exciting coin discoveries. Also, let us know in the comments if you've ever found a rare or valuable coin. Thanks for watching and happy hunting, where we explore the fascinating world of numismatics, one coin at a time. If you're passionate about rare and valuable coins, you're in the right place. Today, we're diving deep into the story behind the 2009 Canadian 5-cent coin. You might be surprised to learn that some of these coins could be worth far more than just 5 cents. So, sit tight, hit that like button, and let's explore the history, design, and potential value of this coin in circulation. Before we jump into the details of the 2009 issue, let's take a quick trip back in time to understand the history of Canada's 5-cent coin. The Canadian nickel has undergone several transformations since its inception. Originally, Canada's first 5-cent pieces in the 19th century were actually made of silver and were much smaller than the modern nickel. It wasn't until 1922 that the Royal Canadian Mint transitioned to the nickel-based composition, giving birth to the familiar 5-cent piece we use today. From 1922 to 1942, the coin was made primarily of nickel, but during World War II, due to the need for nickel in military production, Canada introduced the tomback nickel in 1942, a yellowish brass-colored coin. By 1946, they returned to the traditional nickel composition. Fast forward to the modern era, and the 2009 5-cent coin continues this legacy but holds some interesting surprises. The 2009 Canadian 5-cent coin features the classic beaver design by G. Kruger Gray, which has been in use since 1937. The beaver, an iconic Canadian symbol, represents hard work and determination, values deeply embedded in the nation's culture. On the obverse, we have the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Susanna Blunt. This effigy has been used on Canadian coins since 2003. Her Majesty's depiction without a crown makes it distinct from earlier designs. Below the portrait, you'll see the inscription DG Regina, meaning by the grace of God, Queen. This classic yet elegant design adds to the coin's timeless appeal. Now, let's talk about what makes the 2009 Canadian nickel so special. While most of these coins are common, some rare varieties and errors have surfaced, making certain pieces worth significantly more than face value. Here are a few key things to look out for. Double die error. Some 2009 nickels have a doubling effect, particularly on the inscriptions or Queen's portrait. This is a sought-after error and can increase a coin's value tremendously. Off-center strikes. These occur when the coin isn't properly aligned in the minting press, resulting in an off-center design. Misaligned dies, sometimes. A coin may show signs of misalignment between the obverse and reverse, making it highly collectible. Planchet errors. If a nickel was struck on an incorrect planchet or had imperfections in its metal composition, its rarity increases significantly. Low mintage or specimen coins. Some 2009 5-cent coins might be found in high-quality specimen sets issued by the Royal Canadian Mint, which are worth much more than face value. So, how much is a 2009 Canadian 5-cent coin worth today? Well, that depends on its condition, rarity, and whether it has any of the errors we just discussed. In circulated condition, these coins generally hold a face value of 5 cents. However, if you come across an error coin or a high-grade uncirculated piece, you could be looking at a value of anywhere from $10 to $500, depending on the rarity and demand. Circulated, common, 5 cents. $1 uncirculated, MS 63 and above, $3. $10 error coins, $50. $500 plus. Wondering where you might find one of these valuable coins? Here are some tips to increase your chances. Check your pocket change. You never know what might be hiding in everyday transactions. Visit coin shops and flea markets. Sometimes, dealers and collectors unknowingly pass on error coins. Search through coin rolls from banks. This is a great way to hunt for rare varieties. Online auctions and marketplaces. Websites like eBay, Heritage Auctions, or local numismatic forums can be excellent places to find rare specimens. So, there you have it, the fascinating story of the 2009 Canadian 5-cent coin. From its historical roots to its modern-day value, this little nickel holds more surprises than you might expect. Do you have one of these coins in your collection? Have you come across any error coins? Let us know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this deep dive into numismatics, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more amazing coin content. Until next time, happy collecting!